Be blessed, be great, be you. Family. Thank y'all for joining me for another episode of The Father Fam on The Father Fam YouTube channel, all right? For first time viewers, what I usually do when I first open the show up, we always give a round of applause to our first time viewers. So we're gonna open that up and we're gonna do the same thing for y'all. Welcome, round of applause to our first time viewers. First time viewers, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate y'all. And to also my repeat viewers, always coming back, showing love. Round of applause for y'all too. Round of applause for y'all too. Love y'all, man. Y'all keep coming back, man. I love y'all so much. The love does not go unnoticed. Believe that. Believe that. Love y'all, man. But what we're going to get into on this episode of the Father Fam, we're going to talk about time management. How to balance our time. All right? And I'm going to tell y'all right now, even though I'm in front of this screen talking to y'all about time management and about just balance, how to have a balance between different things that we got going on, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, even though I'm talking to y'all about it, I do not have it all together. I'm gonna start by saying that I'm still a work in progress when it comes to balancing my time. So I'm not even gonna front for y'all in this video, okay? But what I will say is I've gotten a lot better. I've made some improvements on balancing my time. Still got some work, but I'm just going to share with you guys a strategy that I use to help me better balance my time. Okay, so this episode is going to be like I guess you could say it's gonna be an activity. You guys seen? I have my composition notebook. Y'all see it? In my pen. So what we're going to do, family, we're gonna jot down the things that are important to us and that we want to get done and what we want to put into our schedule, and we're gonna try to just break this thing down. All right, we're gonna try to break it down and come up with a schedule for ourselves, so we can do the things that we need to do to be better people, y'all, to be, to be effective, if it's something with our vision, if it's family time, we, with some of us, a lot of us got our 9 to 5s, how do we balance all that, so we gotta put all that down on paper, y'all, and just, so if you're sitting at home, grab a pen, grab a pad, and follow along, all right? And if you're in the car, don't write down anything like that. If you're in your car, you can listen along, and then when you get home, play it back and just go through it, all right? And write down what you need to write down. But don't, like I said, do not try to write while you're driving, all right? So just want to put that out there, okay? But like I was saying, y'all, a lot of us, we try to. It's hard for us to balance, to find a balance, and a lot of our schedules are different from one another's. Okay, I mean, so what I put on my paper is going to be different from other people. There's people that work 7 days a week. There's people that have 2 jobs. So trying to find the time that you have available to get the things done that you need to get done, so you can be a better person. You can be in your vision, your purpose, doing the things that you need to do to be a better you. Okay, so all right, for me, when we open it up, I got a couple pages in here that I wrote down some things. Yeah, and I kind of already wrote down some things already before doing this video, so I'm kind of just gonna skim through some things. I kept it short and sweet, y'all, because there's a couple other things I could have put down on my list, but I don't want to keep y'all here all night and be here for hours talking about it. All right, just so we kind of just skimming through some things. Okay, so what I want you guys to do first is write down the things that are important to you. Write down the things that are important to you. Okay, and that could be your your son, your daughter, things like that. Just write down different things that are important to you. All right. Um, so I'm kind of gonna skim through it, y'all. So if you gotta pause the video to write down the things that you need to write down, please feel free. Pause it, write down what you need, and then hit the play button again. All right. But I'm gonna say for me, I wrote down about one, two, three, four. I wrote down 6 things, okay, and that were important to me. Uh, and those things for me was my relationship with God, my wife, my son, my purpose, my vision, workout, finance. Okay, I put my vision, my purpose as one, and health workout as one. So y'all get what I'm saying. So my list consists of my relationship with God, wife, son, my purpose, my vision, health, working out, finances, job. Just brought it all together for y'all. That's a portion of what's important to me. Those are those are the main things to me that are important. Okay. Now, how do I hit on all these things effectively? Okay. How do I hit these things effectively? How do I do these things? Have a balance for each of these different things. How do we space them out? How do we have the time? Okay. This is how we do it, y'all. Okay. We got 24 hours in a day, right? 24 hours in a day. What I want y'all to do now, we wrote down the things that are important to us. Write down what your day consists of, as far as what do you do in your day, and what is your free time. Okay. Now I'm gonna do mine. Okay. For me, Monday to Friday, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So my day, my week, doing Monday to Friday, I'm getting up at 4:30. Okay. So, and then I add in my job. So I add my job onto that. Okay. So I'm just gonna write down my days during the week. So write down your day during the week, or what your day is. Okay. Write that down. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with me 4:30 a.m. That's when my day starts. Get up and I get myself together. Take care of my son. Do the things I need to do. Blah 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 blah. Got to be at work at 6:30, and I work from 6:30 to 3. Back home by 4. So Monday to Friday, that's from 4:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when I touch back. That's when I have some available time. Okay, so I write that down. 4:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's my time from waking up in the morning and then work, coming home, getting home. That's what my day. So that is about 11 and a half hours, right? 11 and a half hours of my day gone like that. And there's people out there that have less time, that work more than that in their day. Like I said, there's people out there that work, 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week or whatever, and have crazy schedule, or have a second job that they got to go to. So I used to be that worker as well, when I had 2 jobs and I was doing 2 jobs. Sometimes I had at some portions of the year, sometimes of the year, I had 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that with with certain people's situations. So like I said, just write down what time you have available, right? Um, so putting that down. So that leaves me from 4:30 a.m. 4 p.m. I come back home. That's if I'm not messing around doing something else. So that work time is takes up a lot of time. That's why you guys, I've said it in my other video. The 9 to 5. I mean, it takes away from your gift and doing things that you want to do. So like I said it in other videos, it's important to get out of the 9 to 5 world. It's important. Like I said, I'm working on me. Like me doing this video. I'm not there yet, but I'm working towards getting to being there, and I will be. You all right? So that so having that time right there in that but then I look at that time for me. I look at that work time, and I look at that and I say, okay, how can I be effective in that from that time 4:30 in the morning to 4 p.m. even though I'm at work? Is there any chance that I can be? I actually ask myself that still. Like there's some people that have jobs that have 9 to 5 jobs that are fortunate enough to be able to work on certain things that they need to work on while they're at work. You have some people that have the office jobs and things like that. They're able to work on certain things, and it just them looking up stuff, researching things, feeding their mind with whatever they got, what they're trying to do, or whatever. Learning, they could be taking a class while they're at work. Some people they're fortunate enough to do that. And if you're one of those people that are fortunate enough to do that, definitely do that. All right. Now, for me, there's some days that I can do certain extra things while I'm at work, and then there's some times where I can't. All right. So I kind of don't. I'm not going to guarantee that. I'm not going to stamp guarantee that I can. Whatever I can do, that's just extra work. That's extra for me. It's an extra blessing for me if I can get some other stuff done. As far as even if I can look up certain things for the next show I want to do, the next show or the 5 I want to do, or if I'm doing something, or I'm trying to post something on social media, or if I'm able to edit somehow while I'm at work, if I have time to do that, then I will try to incorporate that into my time. But that's not an everyday guaranteed thing for me. But one thing that I could add into that time frame, like I told you guys, my relationship with God, I'm able to fit that in while I'm riding to work. So right now, okay, where can I have the time to build up my relationship with God? It would have been it's from my time going to work and coming home. So I can and so it takes about 45 minutes to get to work. So that's like an hour and a half of time that I can spend Monday to Friday on my relationship with God, working on myself, feeding my spirit with some things. So that takes care of that. That takes care of some of that there. All right, and then when I get home or after 4 o'clock, when I have some available time, I know that my wife gets home. Like I'm not gonna put her. Let's say I'm not gonna put her time out there. Let's say she gets home at 8 or something like that. Let's say my wife gets home at 8 o'clock with my son, and that gives me from 4 to 8 o'clock. 4 to 8 o'clock with with time to myself. It's just time to myself. All right. So let's say my wife gets home at 8 o'clock at night, and I have from 4 o'clock to 8. That gives me 4 hours to do some things that I need to do. Okay. Now, so from that time, 4 p.m. to 8, p.m., I need to be as effective as I possibly can be with that time. That is the key time during the week for me where I need to be the most effective, where I need to be trying to get things done. From 4 to 8 p.m., that's 4 hours. Now, the old me, I was held back. The old me, I would, I would always I would drink beer a lot during the week. So a lot of times, like I would come home, grab me a beer, turn on ESPN, and watch TV, and then take a little nap, wake back up, drink another beer, and just chill like that. That's what my weekday after I got off of work. That's what it consisted of me being. Um, but I'll tell you right now, family, if you want to get to where you want to go, we gotta we gotta make the time to do the things that we need to do to progress to where we want to be. Okay, um, and I'm not saying it's easy. Um, we can't expect to do the same things like work, come home, relax, and go to work and get up and do the same thing every day and expect for things to change in our lives. Okay? We can't do that, y'all. We can't expect for change if we're not making a change on our end. We can't expect for our life to change for the better if we're not doing the things that we need to do to progress our lives. So we have to make time. And we can't just sit here and say, I don't know how to balance time. I can't balance time. I can't, my time management is horrible. We can't just keep saying that and then not doing anything about it. All right? And I'm speaking from experience because I've done it as well. You know, I've done it like I'm saying I don't have time to do certain things, man. I don't have time and I don't do this and that. But I wasn't doing anything to fix it. I wasn't doing anything to fix it, and we gotta fix that, y'all. That's why I'm doing this um, with y'all in this video now. Okay, so we gotta make that time, and it's gonna be days where you're gonna be tired, and you're gonna be exhausted. But we got to. We can't go to our 9 to 5s, y'all, and give them our energy, and then come back home on our time, and not do anything to help ourselves, and do the work that we need to do to better ourselves. Okay, you know. And I know it's tough. Trust me, I know it's hard. Um, but we got to do what we got to do because if we don't change the way we do things and we continue to do the same thing, we'll turn around and then 15 years are going by and we're still working that same job and nothing has changed. You know, maybe we got a couple of pay increases each year or whatever, but nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing changed. You still don't like your job, and we have to put action to what we want. You know, so like I said, I'm doing this to help you guys. Like I said, I'm doing it. I'm doing this thing. We going through this together. So we gonna progress together, y'all. So, all right, that kind of went off the rails right there. But let's get back to what we're talking about. Okay. Now from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. I have that time to get done what I need to get done. All right. Now, when I come home, I do want to eat something. So I put eat in there. I do want to eat something, but then after that, I gotta get on to what I need to do. So, working on my vision and what my purpose is to doing that, and also working out. So that's what I'll put in that time right there. And there's times where I'm working on my vision for that whole time after work, and then there's times where I'll work out and then I'll do a little bit towards my vision. But I'll try my best to do something towards my vision every day. But like I said, that 4 hours, I allot that time. That time will be for working on those things right there. Okay. Then when my wife and my son get home, I'll have that time with them. So when they get home, let's say at 8 o'clock, and get home, it will be spend time with my son. Spend time with my son. Uh, Talk to the wife sometimes. She'll talk to me about things at work, or she'll, we'll talk about something else. We'll have that family time. He'll go to sleep usually around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm still working on that one, y'all. I need him to go to bed a little bit earlier. But so that time I'll spend with them, and then I usually get into bed about 11:30, 11:30, 12 o'clock. And that would be, my day during the week. Okay, so like I said, that's just things that I would do. So like I said, with working out, so breaking it down as far as my workouts and working out and health with my working on my vision and purpose. That I said 4 hours of time where I need to get stuff done. So now to break it down, I do one day I'll work out, and then the next will be solely working on my purpose and my vision. Okay, so that will be what I'll do each workout will be every other day, and working on my vision and purpose will be every day. Okay, so that's mainly how I do that, and how I do that. But like I said, I still have, you know, uh, the wife, son, family time, and understanding. Okay, when they get home, I really got to do my best, and I'll say this: I do have to do better when it comes to that, because, like I said, it gets it gets late. It's late, it's late. So trying to get that time in as I can. I can say I can do better. I'm doing better with that, especially when it comes to my son. I could have some more time as far as me spend time with my wife. And sometimes my wife get home, she tired, she want to lay down. Definitely, from that time, I try to have that family time, and from that, like I said, 8 o'clock to 10 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then once everybody winds down and everybody go to bed, hop in the shower, go to bed. I usually take my showers at night, but or after I work out, depending, right after I work out or at night, depending. But you know, having that, doing that, and then getting up and then trying to do the same thing. So pretty much I kind of just gave y'all a little rundown of how to get through your week. How to break down your week. So that was just an example. And then with writing down stuff, we don't have to put it towards, okay, time management. I'm a strong believer in just writing down different things that come to your mind as far as your thoughts, things that you're thinking. It could be something bad, it could be something good. Just writing those things down and reevaluating some of those things, like I said in my last video, as far as stress relief, um, writing down anything that comes to your mind. Like, it could be something, it's something negative going to your mind, write it down. Positive, write it down, and try to figure out if it's an issue. Try to figure out how to handle that issue on paper. Fight that issue on paper. Because one thing is going to make you do more when you write things down versus just reacting. It's going to help you evaluate the situation better. It'll help you think a situation through better versus just handling it. Just going. I just felt like it was important to say that, add this in the video. To just handling a situation just off the whim. You know what I mean? So anything that you're stressed about, or anything that, just get in the habit of being a writer. Just writing. Just continue to write. Like I said, just have to be just with your scheduling and things like that. Anything that comes to your mind, thoughts, great thoughts, bad thoughts, write them down and figure out, okay, why am I thinking the way I'm thinking, or why am I feeling the way I'm feeling, and kind of break down those feelings on paper. We also talked about mental health. I want to talk more about mental health down the line, um, but that's going to help also with your mental health as well. Just writing things down and kind of just thinking those issues through, going through those issues, battling those issues on paper. Because like I said, it's going to help you think better with certain things. So I'm so if just try to write down how your day is. Just one day, take a day and just write down your day. Write down how your day went. Just things that happen in your day. Just write them down. You know, it's definitely going to help you better handle certain situations, and just it's going to, like I said, it's a stress reliever as well. You know, so don't just take it as time management. Write those things down. Okay. Um, and also one other thing, when it comes to the time management, my life coach, he asked me one time. He said, you know, what time of the day do you feel like you're most effective? Um, and I had to really think about that, because nobody's ever asked me a question like that. Like, what part of the day do you feel like you're most effective? And I told him, I said between, you know, I feel like between 6 and 9, I feel like I'm like, that's where I'm most effective. You know, I feel like I have the most energy at that time, like between that 6, 9 o'clock. And he said, you know, when, and he told me, he said, like, when you're try to do the most you can from that 6 to 9, 6 to 9, try to do the most you can do in that time where you feel like you're most effective. I don't know, it's random. I just thought I would add that in here, because that could be for somebody else out there. You think about, what time of the day are you most effective outside of your work, your 9 to 5. What time? Like, really think of, okay, what time outside of work do I feel like I have the most energy? And that time, try to stamp what that time is, and try to do as much as you can in that time frame. To where, all right, like I said, for me it's 6 o'clock to 9. Like, I feel like I have the most energy around that time. So trying to do as much as I can in that time. And sometimes that time falls into me spending time with my family. So having energy to spend time with my family from that 6 to 9, that's a time where I got most of my energy. So try to also reevaluate that as well, as far as figuring out where I have the most energy at what time of the day, and do everything that you can, as far as if it's you working on your vision, put that into your time. Put that into the time where you feel like you're most effective and you have the most energy. All right. And then on the weekends, for me, my weekends, I don't work on the weekends, so that is a time where I try to do my best to be as effective as I possibly can on those days, just because those are the days that I'm not working. So like I said, during the week, 4:30 to 4 o'clock, that's 11 and a half hours 11 and a half hours that are gone, that I don't have during the week. But in the weekend, that 11 and a half hours is added. I have that time. So that's a whole 11 and a half hours more that I can be working on something. I could be doing something, towards what I'm trying to do. All right. So I'll try to do that. So most of the time on the weekend, I'll do a lot of my editing for videos. The videos that I do here, I'll do my editing, and I'll try to come up with different concepts for the next show that I want to do. So that's what that week will consist of. And then also, when I said family time, there's some times where we'll have family time, me and my wife and my son. Sometimes we'll go out, we'll get something to eat, bring little man with us. We'll go get something to eat. We'll do something, or we'll watch something together, or we'll be playtime with son on the ground, and we playing with his toys and things like that. And I'll have a workout day, so I'll fill it with other things on the weekend as well. I'll fill that up, but definitely the family time is very important to me, and I'm trying to do better in that area, to really focus on that family time, because it is very important for us fathers, to have that time and have a good balance, especially when we got kids, y'all, because kids aren't going to remember how many hours we worked. You know what I'm saying? So being able to balance that time to be able to spend with your kids, so you're not neglecting that, is very important. And what I said, to the people that have 3 jobs, and they're looking at this video, was saying it's hard to do it, but I have 3 jobs. It's hard. But what do we start out with before we start? When you say we're gonna first write down things, what do we start out with? We started off with writing down the things that are important to you. Okay? Writing down the things that are important to you, and you gotta try to do the best you can to free up that time, so you don't have to work 3 jobs. Okay? And I know you're probably looking at the screen like you don't know what I pay and this and that. I feel y'all on that. I feel y'all on that. For the ones that are working 2, 3 jobs, I've done it before. Trust, I've done it before. But like I said, especially when you got kids, your kids are not going to remember how many hours you work. They're going to remember the times of you being there and being present, speaking life into them, the teachings that you give them, watching you do certain things and trying to emulate certain things that you do. They being around you to be able to pick up different things. That's what's going to be important to your kids, and so if you watched my videos before, and you watched especially the one I strongly suggest y'all watch the one where I talk about vision, and purpose. Go back and listen to that, and you tell me us getting into our gift. Okay, so if you're working 3 jobs, and you feel like you just don't have the time to be the father that you want to be, I tell you, it's very important for you to tap into what your purpose is. What is your purpose on this earth? You really gotta evaluate that. You gotta really take some time to yourself. Ask yourself that, and try to do the best you can to get out of that situation, to get into your vision, and finding out what your purpose is, and taking the time to work on that. And it could be you sacrificing a little bit of money to do what you got to do, but I'm telling y'all, working 3 jobs, breaking your back, doing things that's not the answer. Okay. So it's very important for the men that are in that situation. It's very important for you to find out what your purpose is. Write your vision down, and do the things you need to do. And I know, and some people it's hard, like you not knowing what your purpose is. I get it. There's going to be some times where you need to have time to yourself to really sit down and think. Sometimes there's some people out there that don't like being alone, that like to be around people all the time, that if they're not at work around people, they want to be with friends, and they don't want to really be to themselves. You have some people out there that don't like to be to themselves. Be okay with being to yourself. I'll tell you one thing, I think a lot more. I have a lot of more ideas come to my mind when I'm just by myself. When I'm by myself, just nobody around, and I'm just chilling, I got the TV turned off, and I'm just sitting and I'm thinking. A lot more ideas come to my mind when I do that. So try doing that a couple of times during the week, to where you have some time to yourself, just to gather yourself, just to think, to come up with your purpose. Sometimes you hear some things where you'll hear great things come to your mind, just when you're by yourself and you're alone. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So sometimes it might take turn that TV off, you know. And some people call it meditation, meditating. You know, you have people that meditate, and it's a real thing. They stay to themselves, they're by themselves, and they meditate. You know, I would strongly suggest that when you have time, like, don't be afraid to be alone. Be alone sometimes. You don't have to have everybody around you. Be alone and just about certain things that that you are interested in. And I can tell you one thing with purpose, like when it comes to purpose, it's also fulfilling a need in some area. You know, solving a problem. You know, and we kind of complicate things. You know, there could be something that you could be irritated with in life. Like that could be something that you could fix. Let's say, let's say you're irritated about the ways clothes fit. Like I know for me, I hate certain like white tees and black tees because the collars always. I hate the fact that every time I get a tee, the collar always gets jacked up. Like that could be an irritation to me. But you know what? Maybe I can come up with a shirt that has a good collar that I don't have to worry about it being drunk all the time. Get drunk after one wash. That could be a solution that you solve. You know, that's just a random example. But like I said, solving a problem. Sometimes we complicate life, and I've done it for a long time too. Solving a problem. Solve a problem. If you can be a person that solve a problem in a certain area and do it to a certain degree, that could be something that you do. You know, I'm just throwing things out there. I'm not gonna sit here and say that your purpose is to sell shirts. No, like you got to find out what your purpose is. You know, but a good way of doing that is to stand to yourself. Stand to yourself and just getting into that mode to where you're, you know, to where you're able to just think with music off, TV off, and just zone in, and just have that alone time to yourself. You know, that definitely works. Okay. But yeah, to those men, like I feel like there's a lot of men out there I know that are working multiple jobs, just trying to make ends meet, and they got kids. They may not be with the mother of their child, and they trying to pay child support, and they trying to survive out here. Like I told you guys, like it's very important that you find out what your purpose is, and create some time to do that. And it could be sacrificing that third job where you're bringing a little bit extra. It could be, you know, but having it be something that you love, that you're excited to do, you know. Definitely you got to find that, you know. Like I said, that way is not the answer, man, and it's not the way. I mean, and I don't want to see you struggling. I don't want to see you having to do that to just barely make ends meet. Like, no, like that's not the answer, man. You're on this planet for a reason. You're here for a reason. You have to tap into your purpose, and really think about the things that you need to do. All right, and really think about what your purpose is and get into that. And then once you flourish in that, that money will come. The money, the finances, the things that you need to provide for your family, to provide for yourself, put you in the best situation to the point where you don't have to do what you're doing. All right, but I'm praying for y'all too, those guys, because I'm not gonna. I know it's real. That's real. Men are out here 2-3 jobs trying to survive, and have kids that they paying child support for, and they trying to make it. You know, definitely y'all do what you can to get into your purpose. So you don't have to continue to do 2-3 jobs, man. You know, that's going to stress you out. And then also that relationship with your child too. You don't want to neglect that. You don't want to neglect the relationship with your child too. So it's very, very important for you guys to really get in your purpose and to make the time to go to put the work in for that. Okay. All right. See, I kind of went off the rails. Kind of went off the rails a little bit on that. But yeah, man. As far as that time, just wanted to give a little breakdown of kind of how my schedule during the week went and on the weekend. But what I'll say is try to be diligent, try to be specific as possible when it comes to writing down your schedule. Just writing it down. I'm gonna try to get me a big calendar. I want to get a big calendar to where I can kind of just write things down. Because most of the time I'm doing stuff in this notebook, majority on my phone, but trying to get like a big calendar where I can kind of space things out a little bit better. But that could be something that you can do to a calendar where you can write down what the objectives, your objectives or things you want to get done for that day. But yeah, overall, just try to write down, be specific as you can possibly be. Okay, try to be as specific as you can possibly be when it comes to the things that you need to get done, and work on them. Like I said, workout, relationship with God, my family, organizing that time. Like I said, I'm still working on it. I'm getting better though. I'm a lot better than what I was. I will say that. But I'm doing this video because I feel like it's something that, just me taking the time just to go over it, just write down, give a brief little thing of how to write something down. I believe that's gonna help some people out there. If it helps one person, then I'm happy. I'm thankful. If it just helps one, but the goal is to help millions of people. But if it helps one, I'm good with that as well. Knowing that I was able to help somebody's life change for the better, I'm all for that, man. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to kind of touch on as far as time management, just finding that balance. All right, but like I said, it's just important to get into your vision and your purpose, so you can create that time for yourself. Like I said, for me, 11 and a half hours out of my day, from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. My goal is to get rid of that so that I can have that extra 11 and a half hours to put towards my purpose, and also to put towards helping other people like you guys here, so they can be more videos and they can be more doing different other things for us fathers out there to help empower us and for us to do great things. For me, I just want to be a help to y'all, man. And yeah, I get rid of that 11 and a half hours. Oh, we gonna be lit on this, and we gonna do what we gonna do. We gonna impact a lot more people when that happens. I'm not gonna say if it happens. When that happens, yeah, we gonna do. It's gonna be more videos, more different content. So it's gonna be a good thing, man. And we all are gonna we're all gonna get to that point. We gonna say it. You will get out of the 9 to 5. We are gonna get out of that. All right, we're gonna get out of that, y'all. And we're gonna be the best version of ourselves. Say that too. I will be the best version of myself. Nothing's going to stop me. All right. We're all gonna get there. I feel it. I know it. I believe it. You guys gotta believe it. Be in agreement with me. Let's be the best men, best fathers we can be. All right. I think that's. But like I said, I think that's it for like about 2-3 different times now. But I think that is it finally, y'all. But if you guys have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also hit that notification bell. All right, and also share this video. We want to reach as many people as we possibly can and help affect and change people's lives for the better. So when you share it, you're all contributing to helping people become the best version of themselves. Okay, want to make the world a better place. All right, so let's share the content, y'all. And we can't end without our saying. First time viewers, what we usually do after every episode of The Father Fan, we'll have our saying. And that saying is, be blessed, be great, and be you. Nobody is better at being you than you. All right? So continue to keep being great, family. Continue to keep doing the things that you need to do to elevate yourselves. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. Love y'all to death. You already know what it is. Deuces. One love.